is going on, everybody? Yeah, I'm just waiting to see who's gonna pop on here. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Yeah, come on. All right, let's see if somebody's in here. Well, not listen. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast that is being heard only presently right now on Podbean. For those who will hear this later on all of my social media platforms, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, etc., etc., etc. Listen, welcome to the Big Time Show podcast. I have a small announcement that I want to share here on Podbean. Only because this, you understand it just a little later, hopefully. I want to share that the Big Time Show podcast will not be heard anymore on Podbean. It will not be heard anywhere on Podbean. I will still be on Podbean. However, the name will change, or the podcast will change to the title Seeking Clearer Thoughts. That will be the name of the new podcast. If you're following me now, if you choose to, I hope that you would stay with me. I will be going to do what I am called to do. What I am a minister. Most of you know it. I am a assistant pastor here in Memphis. Most of you know me. I am a preacher. I'm a bishop in the Lord's church. And I just feel the call to do something just a little bit differently. So what I am going to do is that I will be airing the Seeking Clearer Thoughts podcast right here exclusively on Podbean. I will not be doing live video for this podcast as I do on the Big Time Show. Now, I still will be airing the Big Time Show podcast. I will be doing that. However, that will only be on Facebook and all the channels that I am on Facebook and my YouTube channel. I still will be there on Twitch as well and Twitter for the Big Time Show podcast. That will still be going on. It just will not be here on Podbean anymore. So whenever you see me on Podbean, if you're following me, just know that I will not be doing cowboy talk, sports talk on Podbean anymore. As a matter of fact, and the option, I will be going into the religion category of Podbean, where I will be venturing out into trying to help people spiritually, seeking clearer thoughts. I will not try to preach. Most of you get enough of that as it is. I will not be trying to re-preach. You know, most of you that will hear the podcast. Uh, I don't know what days you go to church on, but I will not be doing it from there. So I hope that you would get excited about this again new venture in my life. A lot of good things are happening. Uh, a lot of bad things have happened in the last few weeks, few months. I have not been with you guys as well uh, on the Big Time Show podcast on Podbean because uh, my mother passed away. And that was we just had our homegoing celebration on last weekend. So I've been quite busy being with my family, being with all of my family, just trying to get through this time that we're in now. And so uh, I guess that's a little bit of what I'm going through. Hello, RBD, whoever that is, just popped in. Thanks for popping in. But I will be changing this. So if you don't follow me, if you're new, go ahead and follow me if you want uh, some spiritual inspiration or whatever. But for those that are coming on, um, if you want to follow the Big Time Show podcast, it will be probably in a few more weeks, exclusively on Facebook, uh, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You'll be able to find this podcast that you listen to on Podbean now. You'll be able to listen to that on those platforms. I will not be doing the Big Time Show podcast on Podbean in a couple of more weeks anymore. I'm going to change the name of it to Seeking Clearer Thoughts. That'll be the new name for the podcast that will be here on Podbean. I'll be going to the religious side of Podbean. As you know, most of you, when you're on Podbean, you get a choice to pick the category that you're going to be coming live from. So obviously, this podcast is usually obviously a sports podcast. So I would pick obviously the sports icon. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the religious side here on Podbean. So again, I see somebody just popped in. I don't know who you are. Appreciate you coming in, KC. I don't know who you are. Appreciate you popping in. The announcement is that in just a few more weeks, um, pod the this podcast that I'm on, the Big Time Show podcast, will not be on Podbean anymore. I still will be on Podbean, but it'll be a total different podcast. The podcast name will be Seeking Clearer Thoughts. That will be the podcast name. Be more religious, obviously. So if you want to, um, if you want to still follow the Big Time Show podcast, I hope that you guys would follow me. Um, Follow me on Facebook. And for those that are on Facebook, if you are not my friend, I think I see you. Somebody still in here. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name there, your handle. RIB. I just say that RIB. I'm typing it in for you if you want to follow the sports. As you know, my podcast um, deals with primarily the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Lakers. That's what I like to talk about. So if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm typing in where you can find me on Facebook, and that way you can just go ahead and follow the show from that standpoint. This is on Facebook. Type that in. You can go there. There it is for you. Or my YouTube channel. I'm going to put that in here for you as well. Some people don't like Facebook. Some people like YouTube. So I'm there as well. And there you go. You can find me there. My videos are there on YouTube as well. Just find that, follow that, turn on those notifications, and you'll be able to hear my sports talk. I'm still going to be on the regular days for the Big Time Show podcast, which is Mondays at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 3 p.m. All this is Central Time. I still will be doing my regular days there. However, I'm going to add the Seeking Clearer Thoughts podcast at some point during the week. I do not know what day that will be, but just stay tuned. So, for those that follow me again here on Podbean, I guess you can just don't worry about it. All I'm going to do is just change the name. So if you're following me, you don't have to change a thing. You can just stay where you are. It's just going to be a different name, different graphic work, different everything, except the music. The music will stay the same. Most people know me by the music that I play as my, I guess, my intro. So that will still be intact. But I just want to start directing people who want to actually hear the football part or the basketball part of what I do on my podcast show. I want to make sure that everybody here and those that are listening to this replay on iHeartRadio and Pandora and Google Podcasts and all the other platforms that you may be listening to me from. Just want to make sure that you understand that if you want to follow the Big Time Show podcast, and I hope that you will, simply go to Facebook, search my name out, Douglas Lewis Brooks Jr. Douglas Lewis Brooks Jr. on Facebook, or just follow the Big Time Show on Facebook. Search that out. If you want to do the YouTube, go to the Big Time Show. And once you do that, you still can follow me there. But we're going to change things up, obviously, here on Podbean. So I appreciate you guys for allowing me this little moment here. Just wanted to make that brief announcement and tune in because I'm not moving quite yet this Saturday at 3 o'clock. I will be doing the Big Time Show podcast right here on Podbean. It'll be one of the few last shows that we will do. But get ready for it. We're making, you know, God is doing new things, and we're just obeying what the Spirit is saying right now. So get ready for it. I will be on Podbean, but it just being a total different name. Okay, it will be a total different name. But if you like the sports and you like what I do with the sports, there's nothing really changing there. You just got to go find me somewhere else, which would be Facebook and YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. I guess since I put that up, I guess I might as well put up my Twitter address as well. Some people like Twitter, so I'm there as well. So let's put that up for you. Hey, Paulo. Hey, those that are popping in, appreciate y'all coming in. I've already made the announcement, but I'll do it again just for you. I will not be doing this podcast anymore on Podbean. I won't be doing the Big Time Show podcast. I'm going to change the name of it up to Seeking Clearer Thoughts. Seeking Clearer Thoughts. That will be from a religious standpoint. So if you're following me on Podbean, you can just stay where you are. You don't have to do anything different. I'm just going to change everything up. However, if you want to still follow me for my sports podcast show, you just need to follow me on Facebook You can just search out the Big Time Show and just follow it and turn the notifications on. And follow me on my personal page, Douglas Lewis Brooks Jr. Douglas Lewis, Louis, one S on Douglas Brooks Jr. on Facebook. And follow me there. If you like YouTube, you can follow me on YouTube. It is the Big Time Show. The Big Time Show. Simple there. Follow me there, and then we'll see you one way or the other. Okay. All right. That's all I got for you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for popping in. Thanks for those that are listening to the replay. I appreciate you. And hey, I'll see you guys on Saturday here at the one and only. Y'all know what it is. The Big Time Show. Yeah. There's nothing gonna change. We still gonna jam. We'll see you Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Yeah.